today I want to speak about our amazing sponsor, V&J Auto Body. That's right, V&J Auto Body has now opted to be our primary sponsor here on the podcast, and we couldn't be happier. So V&J Auto Body is a shop that's been around for 40 years. It's a family-owned shop. It still is, okay? Yours truly works there. I have worked there for 9 years. I'm a manager and a writer. We have a fantastic, dynamic crew, right? Professional in all ways. Myself and my partner have between us probably about 40 years combined experience in the insurance industry in various roles. The shop itself is a very progressive shop. And what I mean by that is a future forward-looking shop. We have attained most major manufacturer certifications. All right, most recently, we just became Range Rover certified and Rivian. All right, we continue to move forward in that realm as well. All right, so from a standpoint of being prepared to assist you, the public, in every possible way when it comes to having your collision damaged vehicle repaired and restored to pre-loss condition, V&J Auto Body is the one place you need to be. All right. The shop itself, we have some of the most highly trained technicians. We have the most advanced equipment, right? And we're continually upgrading that and continuing the training, right, for all people. And they really make the investment, folks. I mean, we're sending guys across the country. The owners themselves, James Verone and Chandler, are always attending various industry seminars and various talking heads and folks that are intimately involved in the industry, right? So that we stay ahead of the curve and we know what's happening before it happens. All right, we know what's coming, so we're prepared. All right, we are prepared both intellectually, technically, all right, and also business-wise. All right, and the one thing you can always count on with V&J Auto Body is we're going to represent your interests and not the interests of the insurance company. All right, and we're going to be with you all the way from start to finish. All right, our professional office staff, all right, they're of claim rep quality. All right, and the girls do a phenomenal job. They really know the insurance industry inside out. All right, and they can make sure that your claim gets reported, recorded, and handled the right way from the beginning. All right, so you don't have to worry about that part of the aggravation. All right, V&J is going to take care of all that for you. All right, V&J Auto Body, they are in Lindenhurst and can be reached at 631-226-0070. That's 631-226-0070. Of course, they are on our network at collisionservicenetwork.com. All right, but V&J Auto Body, folks, if you're in the Babylon area, if you live in the town of Babylon, you're in that area, you certainly should be having your car repaired there. So remember, all right, if you get into an accident or you need to file an insurance claim, give the folks over at V&J Auto Body a call, 631-226-0070. They have you back. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Crash Course, the one and only podcast here that you need to be. It's an exciting place, all right? You're going to be the smartest person in the room. We always make that promise. Hey, if you're new to the show, hello and welcome. Please stay tuned. All right, I'm sure you'll be scratching your head here. All right, so we want to get right into it here today. We're gonna talk about the EVs. All right, and I'm talking about electric vehicle. Yeah, right. Everybody loves the EV, right? We all love electric vehicles. Well, I don't know about that. Now, we touched on this in another episode, so sit tight, stay tuned. All right, I got some more information here on this. This stuff just gets better all the time. So I want to read all right, first of all, on electric vehicles, right, let's clear the air. All right, I work in a shop that's electric vehicle qualified, right, certified. So what does that mean? That means we can fix all these things. I'm talking Tesla, I'm talking Rivian, the Prius. The Prius has been around forever, right, and that's more of a hybrid. So you have the hybrid guys, and then you have the all-electric guys. Right, the hybrid guys were around from the day of the flood. I mean, I started seeing those guys in I think in the late 90s, early 2000s. All right, and that's basically a mix of a H3 battery, high voltage battery, and gasoline. A total waste of time, I think. I mean, I don't know. You guys could be the judge of that. All right, and then they swung all the way the other way, and now we have these all electric vehicles, right? And we're told that these things are the second coming here, right? They're going to save the earth, all right? Save the earth, save the planet, and save us. It's going to save us money, and we're going to feel good about spending more money on the car. So they say they're going to save us money, right? Because the gasoline costs, right? Paying gas, going to the gas tank, you're not going to have to do that anymore, so you're going to save money. Then they tell you, though, that the cost of the EV car is double or triple a gasoline car. But you're not supposed to worry about that because you're going to save money on gasoline, and you're also going to feel better because even though you're spending 3 times the amount to buy a car, you're helping to save the world, right? You're helping to save the environment. You're helping to make things greener and happier and cleaner and everything like that. So, never mind. It's almost like the Wizard of Oz when you see the guy, the guy behind the curtain, and the curtain starts to get pulled away, and the guy starts saying, never mind. Don't, mind no business of the guy behind that curtain there. Don't worry about what you're looking at, and you're supposed to still listen to him. This is the same bullshit, folks. It's the same stuff. Same smoke and mirrors here. Pay 3 times the amount of money, get the electric vehicle, and you're going to save money, though. You're going to save money, because you don't have to go get gasoline. Now, what they don't tell you also is there's no freebies anymore. There's no free giveaways, all right? So what I mean by freebies. So, Tesla used to have a deal where you buy a Tesla, and then you get like a year free of electric. I can't say a year free of gas or a year free of whatever else you got to put in the car, right? Oil, whatever it is. It's free electric, okay? They did away with that. Now you got to pay. I didn't know this. I'm over there. I'm in the South Shore Mall one day. That's a mall down by me there over in the Bayshore area, and I see they got all the the electric stations there, and they were all green and fancy wild colors. And I'm cracking up. I get out of my truck and I walk over. I got to check this out. What the hell is, what is this? It looks like you're in some sci-fi movie or something like that, some futuristic movie. I walk over to this thing. I don't even know how the hell to figure this thing out, right? There's like buttons and pads and everything and all kinds of stuff like that. And then there's a charger that you put into your car. Well, apparently you put your credit card in there. That's right. Put your credit card in. So, folks, you don't even have an option to use cash. You got to use credit card. Or maybe debit. I don't know. Look like just credit to me. So on top of paying 2 to 3 times the amount for an EV versus gasoline, you're going to also have to use your credit card every time you need to charge this thing up. Okay? Then when you want to charge it up, you got to sit for 20 minutes. I remember coming back. No shit. This is years ago already. I'm coming back from skiing. I'm on the thruway. I'm running out of gas, right? So I pull in, and I see a whole bank of these charging things, right? And I see these people sitting in their cars, and I'm pumping my gas, and I'm looking over, and I'm like, what the fuck are they doing, right? I mean, this is before I got involved with electric vehicles. I wasn't working at a body shop yet. And I'm looking over, and I see them sitting there. One guy's reading the paper. Another guy's drinking whatever the hell he's drinking. Another guy's, I don't know, jerking off in the car. I don't know what they're doing over there. And I'm pumping gas, and I'm looking at my watch. In 5 minutes, I'm putting the gas cap back on, and I'm taking off, and all of a sudden it occurs to me, I'm like cracking up in the car. I'm laughing my ass off. I'm like, these people are actually sitting on the thruway for 20 or 25 minutes while their car fills up with electric. I said to myself, who is buying this crap? Who is buying this? So you're gonna extend the length of your trip, right? Or if you want to look at it from a retro perspective, you're gonna have to add time on, right? For travel, everybody always says, when I go on vacation, the first day and the last day suck because it's a travel day. Well, guess what? If you're involved in an EV car, you better factor that in too. Because every time you have to stop to fill this up or whatever the hell they call it, charge it up, you're going to be sitting. I don't know. If that's something that excites you, that don't excite me, right? I want to get where the hell I want to get to. I don't want to have to sit there and read a book or read a paper. I can do those things on my own, my own leisure time. I could sit in my house. I could sit on a bench in a park. I don't want to sit in my car while this thing is juicing up. And I don't know if anybody out there is getting this like I did, but I just thought it was hysterical. I mean, I'm coming back from skiing. I'm exhausted. I want to get home. The car's running out of gas. I pull in. I pay the guy cash, right? No credit card, cash. I put my gas in, and I'm on the road in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I timed it. I'm watching these people all sitting in their cars. Some of them are sleeping. Maybe one, they're in a coma. I don't know what they're doing. Point is, I'm on the road, and I'm on my way. And they're still sitting there. All right? So, I don't know. That just, went through the side of my head that day. It stuck with me forever. I'm like, I don't know who in the hell is getting excited. But don't forget though, but you will feel good though. You're going to feel great because you're saving the world. All right? You're not saving any money. All right? So, I don't know. They say you're going to feel good though. You'll be poorer, but you feel better. You'll live longer with less money if you drive an EV. That's hysterical, right? Well, anyway, here we go, right? Ready? Listen up. While electric cars reduce fossil fuel emissions once they're on the road, right? No shit. You're not going to a gas tank. You're going to a plug-in. The production of the lithium-ion batteries that power them causes more displacement of CO2 than the production of a regular gas-powered car. Folks, did you hear that? Did you hear that? So, yeah. Okay, drive the EV, save the world, and then pollute it more down the road. So this is insanity. It's insanity. What else do we have? And disposal of the batteries at the end of their cycle is a very growing concern for industry professionals. Okay? So that translates in my mind so they don't know what the hell they're going to do with this shit when it dies, when it craps out. Now, of course, if you listen to Elon Musk, he's telling you that this thing should last 300,000 light years or some shit. I don't know what the hell he says. 300,000 battery cycles, which works out to, I think he said 37 years. All right? I call bullshit on that. All right? I don't know. Maybe there's some engineers out there right now that are listening to me, or some science gurus, and they're all throwing something at the screen or cursing me out right now, saying that's baloney. It can last that long. I don't know anything that lasts 37 years. All right, let's face it, folks. Okay, certainly not a battery. A lithium battery is consuming itself over time. That's what it's doing. There's a chemical reaction going on inside there. That's why when these things ignite, ever see these things go on fire? All right, you talk about a Roman candle. Talk about a blowtorch. You roll this baby right into a lake, it keeps burning, folks. Okay? I don't know if anybody's got a problem with that. I do. All right, that's a little scary. I was in the fire service, okay? And I thought magnesium, when they started using magnesium in cars, magnesium, you hit this shit with water, it blows up. All right? But I could eventually get enough water on it where it would go out. A lot of water, copious amounts, all right, with a slurry that we used to use, some kind of a slurry. It was like a sand chemical type of mix, and you pump the shit out on the end of a hose, and it would basically smother it. But that was magnesium. Folks, this is lithium. We're talking about shit that's burning on its own. It don't even need anything. It doesn't need its own fuel. I mean, it doesn't need outside fuel. It creates its own fuel as it combusts. All right? It's consuming itself in a fire. That's why the thing can go underwater everywhere. These things go on fire, folks. Don't even bother calling 911. Don't call the fire department, because what they do is they take their truck and they push this hunk of shit right onto the side of the road, and they put cones around it, and they put all kinds of safety things around it, and they tell you, okay, grab a chair, grab a snack, and watch. This thing will be burning for the next 4 hours. All right? Never mind while it's burning. God only knows what kind of emissions are coming out of that. Think about that. All right? Hey, how about that one? These cars go on fire. What the hell is being emitted from that? Right? You got all the greenies are telling, you can't have fireplaces anymore, no natural, no combustion. It throws. Well, what the hell is coming out of these cars when they burn? I don't even want to know. All right? I'm no chemist or, sci-fi guy here, but I don't think it's too healthy what's pouring out of that car. All right, there are carbon dioxide and other greenhouse emissions that come with the process of extraction. A scientist at Climate Research not-for-profit Berkeley Earth told Climate 360 it's not like CO2 comes out of the lithium, but it does take energy to mine the thing. Today, many of those systems involve emitting CO2. Lithium-ion battery mining and production were determined to be worse for the climate than the production of fossil fuel vehicle batteries. Folks, no shit. All right? I'm a lithium guy. I invest in lithium. Okay, I do. All right? But I got to tell you, has anybody taken a look at this process? Woo! Man, you talk about raping Mother Earth, boy. Let me tell you, we ain't saving anything with getting the lithium out of the ground, all right, folks? You got to get honest with yourself, all right? You really do. You got to get that mirror out. All right, go take a look at this. Go take a look at where this stuff is mined, where this shit comes out of the ground. They strip everything. The whole earth gets stripped. You remember hearing about the strip mines back in the 60s and the 50s? All right, you can go Google that probably. Go Google it. Gigantic holes. I'm talking huge. Miles and miles around. And then they would just keep excavating all the way down through the earth. And, tremendous damage, right? I mean, they still do it. They still have them for various other elements and minerals that we have to extract. But lithium, not a very nice process for Mother Earth, okay? I'm just saying, all right? Not a very nice process. All right, and of course, they're talking about the CO2 when they say the CO2 production to extract this stuff. Obviously, they mean the mining equipment, the machines that are used. These things are not electric, right? They're running on gas and diesel, and they generate tremendous amounts of CO2. All right, let's see what we got here from the Department of Energy. However, once the car batteries are produced, their rate of fossil fuel emissions becomes much lower than a gas-powered car. No shit. You needed a degree in physics to figure that out, right, or energy? Department of Energy shows that the national average of fossil fuel emissions for gas-powered cars are more than double the average of that for the electric car emissions. This creates the misconception that electric cars are 100% better for the climate than... Okay, again, misperception. Hear that word? Creates the misperception. So the misperception is that electric vehicles are 100% better for the climate. It's baloney. All right? It's, it's hogwash again. And again, you can Google this. I'll show you what I'm looking at here. All right, this is a pie chart. It shows you the breakdown of various energy sources, natural gas, oil, electric, that kind of, what the hell else did they got here? Geothermal, solar, nuclear. It's all here. All right, it gives you the breakdown and with respect to, carbon CO2 production, what's the worst. So natural gas is 40.1, nuclear is 19.7, coal 19. Remember the coal? Remember the coal attack? Everybody was attacking coal. Holy shit! You would have thought we would be breathing. We'd all have black lung, right, by now. All right, coal, man, coal's going to kill us. Solar 2.3, biomass, geothermal 0.4, oil 0. Folks 0.43. Okay, 0.43 on oil. Annual emissions per vehicle, all electric, 5,000. Plug-in hybrid, a little over 5. Hybrid, about 5.5. Gasoline, over 10,000. Terrific. All right. Again, you don't got to be a genius to figure that out. That if I'm driving a gas car and this guy's driving electric, I'm obviously putting out emissions. Okay. No shit. That's the physics involved. That's the science involved in that energy source. But what we're focusing on, what I'm focusing on here, folks, what I'm trying to get everybody, I'm jarring everybody's skull here today, is that don't drink the Kool-Aid on the EV, all right? And, and I'll come back to a familiar theme here. Don't buy the EV because you think you're actually saving Mother Earth. You're not, all right? You're not helping clean up the air, clean up the water. It's just not true. It's simply not true. And as these cars mature... All right, and again, I'm going to speak from the pulpit of experience here. All right, as these cars mature or they get totaled, hello, listen up, total loss. Right, car goes down the road, bam, runs into a wall, total loss. Where's that car going? Nobody's buying it, right? I know there's there are some interest groups in Eastern Europe and stuff like that where they actually buy these Teslas and they try and rebuild. And that's great, good for them. Knock yourself out. Good luck with that. Folks, the majority of these cars are ending up in salvage yards, okay? When the insurance company's involved and they total the car, goes to a salvage yard, and they hope that somebody or some group buys it, all right, as a salvage piece. That's not happening too much on the Teslas. And they're getting high salvage. Don't get me wrong. They're getting very high salvage for these cars. So they are being turned over, but a lot of them are ending up in yards. Do you know that this? And again, I'm telling you this because I want people to understand that there's a lot of bullshitting going on in here with the EV industry. All right, and a lot of the stuff that they tell you is just simply not true. And the downstream problems that these cars present to the environment, right? Remember, you're buying it because you're going to save the earth, right? You're going to save the world. You're going to help everybody. It's going to become greener and bluer and nicer. The downstream problem with these cars is really starting to rear its ugly head. So we got salvage yards that the insurance companies send these cars to. Well, guess what? The guys at the salvage yard just figured out that those cars, they blow up. Yeah, They go on fire. Remember what I told you earlier? They don't stop. You can't call the fire department and have them pump a couple hundred gallons of water on it. It don't stop. So they had these cars in there blowing up or going on fire, whatever the hell was happening, and they're lighting up the whole yard. The whole salvage yard's going up in flames. So now they have to buy more land so that they can actually store these Teslas, okay? Because that's mostly where the problem is, the Tesla. But these other cars, any car with a high HV battery, a high voltage battery, is all made the same way, right? It's all made with lithium. Right? Now you got the Rivians out there. Right? The Rivians are starting to show up. Now you got Mercedes-Benz, right? They just started producing their all-electric vehicle. Folks, anytime you hear all-electric, it's a lithium-ion battery. Don't let anybody bullshit any other way. It's a lithium-ion battery. I know we all know the Tesla because that was the first one out there. They're all made the power source is the same. So now these cars are going to start showing up in these salvage yards. Then they're going to have to do the same thing. They're going to have to separate these things by 25 yards. I've seen it. It's hysterical. You got these, it looks like car pods at the salvage yard. A car every 25 yards. And you say, what the hell is that all about? Well, the thing blows up, goes on fire. I can't mix it in with the regular cars anymore. Right? So what is that doing? That's expanding the salvage yard. Right? Now, that's not good for the environment. We got to buy more land, chop more trees down, make these yards, more junk cars spread out all over. I've worked in these salvage yards, folks. I covered one for 6 years, and not very pretty. All right? Looks like you're walking around in a war zone. All right? It's a very derelict-looking place. All right? And they knock down a lot of trees and make a lot of big open space to put all this junk and all this garbage in there. Okay? So there's a lot of downstream problems, folks, that are starting to rear their ugly head. And the lithium battery itself, they don't even know what the hell to do with these things. Now, there are a couple companies that are involved with trying to either rehabilitate the battery or extract certain elements from it to reuse it. I don't know how productive that is. And at the end of the day, folks, we all know it comes down to what? Money. Right? If it's not profitable, it's going to go away. All right? I know over here in Long Island, we had in New York State, and I think even across the country, but I know in New York State, the recycle, remember that? Everybody was getting all excited. Woo! Recycle, baby. We're going to have all these bottles off the street and plastics, and it's going to be great. We're going to save the world and save the oceans. Well, guess what? That all went to shit, too. You know why? No money. It wasn't profitable. The companies realized they weren't making any money. Now, individual companies like Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and stuff like that, yeah, they developed their own technology to try and recycle their own plastics. But these recycle companies that jumped on the bandwagon because the government turned around and told them it was so great, they all folded up their tents. They made no money. It's not profitable. What else we got here on the EV? Oh, here we go. The disposal of lithium-ion batteries also pose a threat to the climate. I'm telling you, they pose a threat to the climate. So we're buying the cars, spending 2 to 3 times more money, right? And we're saving pennies on the gasoline, and we're going to also save the world, right? We're going to make the world greener, safer, cooler, friendlier, right? Bluer. It's going to be a bluer earth. The water's going to be cleaner by buying these cars. But then we find out here that the disposal of the battery that helps to make the earth cleaner and safer and more beautiful actually poses a direct threat to the climate. And you can't make this shit up. Though these batteries contain less toxic waste than other kinds of batteries, I call bullshit on that. Everybody remembers the old battery, right? You learned about that in high school. The battery's made, you have the carbon things in there, and you have the sodium iodine solution in between that allows the exchange of ions, right? Listen to me. I sound like I'm teaching physics here, all right? I wouldn't want to drink that stuff, right? And you certainly didn't want to have it poured on your hand. It's sulfuric acid. But now you're trying to equivocate here and tell me somehow that those batteries, the lithium ion, is no more lethal than a regular battery? Come on. A study from Australia found that 98% of lithium ion batteries, not exclusively car batteries, end up in landfills. Folks, did you hear that? Hello. 98% of lithium ion batteries, not exclusively car batteries. All right, so that means, all the tools, right? That's another thing I crack up at. Lawnmowers, power tools. Go get your lithium-ion tools. We don't need anything plugged in or run on gas anymore. Get a lithium-ion battery, boy. Well, guess what? 98% of this shit is finding its way into landfills. All right, and when they say not exclusive batteries, well, they're talking about the HV batteries in the cars. The massive influx of batteries into landfills significantly increases the likelihood of landfill fires. What did I just tell you? The salvage yards that burned for years. Years. Everybody hear that? Holy shit. Folks, we got probably hundreds of thousands of these lithium batteries all over. Think about it. Europe's on board with it. Asia's on board with it right now. They're cranking these things out, throwing them in the cars, throwing them into tools, throwing them into TVs, everything, right? Whatever the hell needs a power source, you can damn well know that it's going to be lithium-ion battery. Now all this shit is showing up in landfills and garbage dumps and God knows where else, in the woods somewhere, right? This battery sucks. It don't work. You throw it. These things are spontaneously going on fire. They're blowing up. They're going up in flames. And this guy says that some of these landfills start burning for years. This is crazy shit. Landfill fires that burn for years. One landfill in the Pacific Northwest is reported to have seen 124 fires between June 17th and December 20 due to lithium-ion batteries. Consequently, fires are becoming increasingly more common, with 21 fires reported on the site in 2018, rising to 47 by 2020. According to the EPA, lithium-ion batteries and devices should not be disposed of in household garbage or recycle bins, blah, blah, blah. The advisor and the minister of German Federal Ministry of Economic Affairs and Energy suggests a change in policy in how we globally dispose of these batteries. Globally! Okay, I just said that. These things are all over the place. Folks, we're drinking the green Kool-Aid, all right, and poisoning ourselves with the lithium-ion battery. All right? You're drinking green Kool-Aid here, folks. All right? And it's not working out. Okay? It's not working out. And these are facts, folks. I'm not making this shit up. This isn't something I'm making up. No. Okay? These are facts. This is shit you don't hear in the mainstream media. All right? You don't hear it from your friendly Green New Deal person either. Okay? But you're going to hear it here. All right? The system. So they're saying that they're suggesting we need a policy change. No shit. All right? There is no policy now. These people just dispose of these things. I remember there was shit going on in the city, right? Brooklyn, they had the fire at the lithium battery place. There was a lithium electric bike store that was renting out these bikes with the lithium batteries. One of those things went up in flames, caused a whole huge problem there. The system must be set up in a way which you as the customer don't have to question where to dispose of the battery. It's a system that needs work, and individual people need to get involved. Okay, so we need to get involved in how to dispose of these things, right? Why? They're shoving this stuff down our throats, and then they want us to be involved in the process on how to properly dispose of them. Crazy. I'm telling you, this is crazy shit. While lithium-ion batteries power some common items, right, like cars, scooters, vapes, I said that, right, phones, the laptop, name it. They're all over. Folks, they're everywhere. Power tools, lawnmowers now. They're pushing the hell out of electric lawnmowers, right? The newest, craziest thing now. Get yourself an electric motor. God forbid you got a gas-powered motor anymore. We don't want that. It has emissions. The notions that they don't pose a threat to global climate crisis is misleading. Did you hear that? Lithium-ion batteries, folks. The notion that they don't pose a threat to global climate crisis. What the hell? I mean, is anybody else getting this? Am I reading this like for the insanity that it is? Duplicitous at best. At worst, it's insanity. Get an EV. Throw all your shit out in your house. Get rid of your gas-powered motor, your gas-powered tools. Get rid of it all. Buy all ion-powered, electric-powered stuff. Go out and get your lithium-ion batteries for your power tools. Get your lithium-ion battery-powered gas mower. Get rid of your gasoline cars. You don't need your truck. Get an EV car, and you're going to save the world. It's going to become greener, cleaner, friendlier, bluer, funner. All right, and then, whoops. Looks like that. Not really. Okay, because all this lithium-ion now floating around, okay, is beginning to become a threat in itself. How funny is that? Okay? The old Green New Deal, baby. Looks like a raw deal, huh? Mining, extraction, production, improper disposal are all playing a role in the encroaching threat. Holy shit. Folks, I couldn't wait to get this out to everybody today. Encroaching threat. They told us when they wanted us, when they were ramming this shit down our throats, they told us there was going to be no threat. We were going to eliminate the threat of global warming, the threat of destroying the oceans and the air. It's all going away, man. It's all going away. We got lithium-ion batteries. We got lithium-ion battery-operated cars. It's kumbaya, man. It's utopia on Earth. It's all finally coming together. Not really. Apparently, it looks like we're designing our next level of Dante's Hell. All right? That's what it sounds like to me. And these same people are the ones that were crowing at the top of their voices about nuclear. You got to get rid of nuclear, too. Nuclear is disgusting. You got plutonium. Holy shit. Are you kidding me? When was the last time you heard plutonium leaked out and caused some kind of massive... were you going to Chernobyl and 3 Mile Island? Give me a break. All right? Give me a break, folks. Chernobyl was a massive breakdown of a reactor that probably had no business being in existence to begin with. All right? It wasn't maintained. I mean, forget it. That's a whole other show I could go down that. And 3 Mile Island? 3 Mile Island was another example of human error again, operating a nuclear reactor. Okay? So, that was no good. That wasn't going to be the cure-all. Right? It's got to be this. It's got to be lithium-ion batteries. Well, apparently not. All right? The moral of the story here today, as we close out this episode, all right? The moral of the story here, folks, the takeaway is what? All right? You want to drive an EV? Great. Knock yourself out. All right? I think that's fantastic. But drive the EV because you're so psyched that you can't see yourself driving anything else. Don't drive because you think that every time you drive it, you're saving the world. All right? I would argue that every time you buy one of these things, you're creating the next possible disaster. You're helping to contribute to the next global problem. All right? Because that's what this is. All right? We need to develop and rely on more solid systems and programs and approaches to the disposal of batteries. Lithium ion will continue to grow and burn quietly in the background. Pun intended. Burn quietly. All right. All right, folks, again, not to insult anybody. If you like the EV, then knock yourself out. Go buy one. Drive the hell out of that thing. Just remember, you're actually contributing to a greater problem. You're not actually helping to save anything. All right, till next time, keep it chill.